Shut the fuck up, Mackie! Shut up, Mackie. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Mackie, you stupid piece of shit. Don't you say the N-word. Don't you fucking say that, Mackie. And I've written your name down. Mackie D, 2:16 p.m. 2:16 p.m. You think I'm playing? You think I'm fucking playing, bitch? What do you think this pin is for? Dumbass. Don't touch that bot again, boy. Where was I? Okay. 5th degree criminal sexual conduct, non-consensual penetration, dating back to January 20th, 2022. How did they do this in 2022? And they're not in jail yet. How? Hey, Rochester. Hey, Rochester. I don't know how the court system works. I got a question though, Rochester. And I'm going to say this calmly. I'm going to say it calmly. How does someone, two people, 42 and 30, our word coming up, rape a minor in 2022? Not 1 year ago, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Okay? Wake up, smack you around a few times. Hey, wake up. Are you up? Are you up? Are you woke? Are you awake? How the fuck are they not in fucking jail yet? How the fuck are they not in fucking jail yet? And how are they on a fucking playground? How is this allowed to happen? Not allowed, but you know, how is this happening? And then for 3 years they're not in fucking jail? Are you fucking stupid? Are you? I'm not gonna say the R word, but are you dense? Are you stupid?
I'm going to touch the bot. Then I'm going to touch you. Knicker.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I'm loud and
blah, 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 blah. No, you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that.
I'm a fraction of the population, yet I commit half the crimes.
Be quiet. Mackie, shut up! Shut up. I'm adding a strike to your name. That's not good for you. That is not good for you. That is not a good look for you, Mackie. I'm just saying. You're not doing really well. It's awful. Lee Richardson super chatted 5 pounds in the live chat. I appreciate that, Lee Richardson. I reported that. I reported about that an hour ago. You should listen and believe your fellow ginger brother and go vegan. We look better on a plant-based diet. What does that even, bro? My toothpaste is vegan. Anyway. And they don't use any animal, they don't test on animals. It's called some company. I can't think of the name of it. What is the name of that company? Vegan. It's called, what is it called? Tom's. I use Tom's toothpaste. That company. I use Tom's vegan toothpaste. They don't do any kind of animal testing. Corwayne Cyrus super chatted 10. I appreciate that super chat. Appreciate that, man. Or person. I don't know your gender. You misinterpreted. The $2,000 donation is in the boundary. They donated 2006 with N to prompt a donation of 2005 with only I. Then 2004 with only G, and so on. The full word will end at 2001. Like, why are y'all doing that though? That's not helping anything. That's just racist.
Bring her a place to stay. So that's
Anyway, let's play the video. This is
girl after offering her a place to stay. So that's your great people. And this is just like, this is whites having enough of it. We're sick of being bullied in our own country. You have this guy, he's not even from here. He's got a fucking accent. He's a convicted pedophile in a playground in a park, so what are you doing there anyway? He's swarming the streets, and now he's trying to get her life ruined. He's like, oh, this is hate speech. There will be consequences. I'm sorry, this is America. You have free speech in this country. So go and support her. She's got like a Gifts and Go up. But this is great. This is white people finally being fed up with this shit. And the fact that we have brown people trying to take away white people's rights in a white country when we have the Constitution and freedom of speech, and they come from their shit countries where you can be locked up for hate speech. This is just disgusting. This is everything wrong with immigrants. This is everything wrong with brown people in our fucking country. And this is why we need to kick them all out. Because they not only come to our country and rape our children, but they also come to our country and try to impose their third world religion and their third world laws on us. This is white people's country. This is a white country for white people. These people are not welcome, and I'm glad to see people are finally standing up. So stand with her, and everybody's trying to, shit on her and spin the narrative and ruin her life. But if you can give some...
Remember, class, if you see a PD file at your local park, don't be afraid to use action in telling them to go F themselves with a pike. Also, what up, snicker knicker snicker knicker snicker knicker snicker knicker snicker knicker snicker knicker.
Stop using my fucking name to say racist shit! I don't like that! Stop it! Do not use my name, CopperCab, again! That is off limits! Strictly off limits! And saying the N-word is off limits! I don't welcome racism on my channel! So take your bullshit ignorance elsewhere! Asshole! Fucking prick! Idiot, idiot, idiot!
Give some to her because W mom of the year, and show some hate to him as well.
Oh, shut up. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say that because that guy is a pedophile and a rapist. So, when she says show some hate to him, I'm not going to argue that. But I don't appreciate her blatant racism, though, in the chat, or in her comments, okay? Okay? I don't appreciate that. I don't know who is this, Lily something?
There's mom, Shiloh.
Whatever, fucking, I don't know. This person says, we have raised the fundraiser to 1 million, so there's a $1 million mark, and this is their reply to that.
The show goes on! This is my home! This is my home!
You hear that? The show goes on. In other words, racism will continue. This is my home. That's what he says.
This is my home!
That's what they're saying there. We've raised the fundraiser to 1 million. This is my home. You see what I'm saying? Their racism is on display. Let's see what this African-American person here has to say about this. Corwin Cyrus super chatted 5 and said, she is not a random woman. Her entire popularity also came from saying the N-word on TikTok. Well, that's disgusting. When she got fired for saying it, she is grifting here. Well, of course she is. Of course she is. And I'm sure there's a lot of grifters out there right now trying to capitalize on this bullshit, this fucking blatant, disgusting racism towards, again, let me remind you again, a child. She said the N-word not to like an adult, that can handle, an argument or a fight in a manner. This is a child. First of all, white people shouldn't say the N-word regardless to anyone, okay? Not even in the privacy of their own homes. They should not be doing that, okay? Obviously. It has a lot of history, a lot of pain and suffering and hate behind that word, okay? It is not like every other word, okay? Yes, you have the freedom to say it, but you should not say it. It wasn't like she said that, though, to an adult. She said it to a child on a playground. If you're condoning that, you're unhinged.
A lot of you waiting for Christ to come back would call him the N-word to his face. I posted a video yesterday of a grown woman calling a child the N-word, and I got coped like this. Quote, the black kid stole from her, so she called him who he was. Free speech is not a crime. Stealing is. Well, the child's a child. I don't know the exact age, but let's say under 10, so yeah, kids steal, you don't call them the N-word. And just because you have a right to free speech doesn't mean everything you say is just moral or kind. And then it's, oh, but the person recording did some terrible stuff too. Okay, so they're both terrible people. But let's get back to you and my first point. I go to your profile, you're following me. Gross, fix that. Bio, your old self dies with Jesus on the cross. Ghostwriter and musical artist, just started. Rap, country, EDM, kind of suck, but I'll get better. Ain't that the truth? You do kind of suck, and I really hope you unfollow me. You follow me, you want my fashion takes, you want my content, but it's okay to call a child, one of our kids, the N-word. Get away from me!
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. The guy's in rap music and he thinks that calling a child the N-word is okay. Like the hypocrisy of some of these white people. It's crazy. You know, it's like it's crazy. You know, you're fair weather people. You know, oh yeah, I love rap music. Oh, but then they're gonna go and they'll say they love rap music, but then they'll condone this white lady calling a child a racial slur. I mean, it's so the lack of self-awareness is astounding. It's so disgusting. It's so reprehensible. It's so deplorable. It's so offensive. It's just so wrong.
You call him a nigger, the child?
Here, let's zoom. Let's here. Maybe you can hear this one. I think the previous clip you couldn't really hear it very well. This one seems to be a little bit louder. So I'm gonna press play again. If it's said here in this video, be mindful that the N-word will be dropped during this video. In the video by this racist white woman here. Just be mindful of that trigger warning. Okay, all that stuff. Be responsible if this kind of word upsets you, which I would understand if it does, obviously. Or if you have any kids watching, you shouldn't have kids watching this stream. This is not a child-friendly stream. These streams are for adults, like kind of college level and older. Anyway, if they're watching, please have them leave the room or something. This is going to be, again, if you weren't here earlier when I played it, trigger warning for racial slurs. Okay, trigger warning for racial slurs. There's a racial slur that will be said during this video, so trigger warning for that.
You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna...
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you. You call him a nigger, the child?
I don't know what to say. It's disappointing, It's disappointing. This person tweeted just past 100K, onward to 150K. This is 6:30 p.m. yesterday, so again, not even 24 hours ago, and it's already at. Let's see here. Let's zoom in. $341,302. Let's refresh. $345,174. So since I refreshed last time, it's now gone up another $4,000. We're getting close to $350,000. I would guess within the next day, it'll be around 500 grand. $500,000. $500,000 probably in the next day or so. And it might even go even more, as this it's just now picking up a lot of steam and traction, and the story is blowing up and going everywhere. I would be surprised if GiveSendGo does not remove her page. But they might not. They didn't remove Carmelo Anthony, so... And, that had a big racial fuss about that, with all the white people upset about that. So... And I think they had taken their GoFundMe down, but they didn't take down GiveSendGo. So maybe GiveSendGo is just that kind of website. They're like, well, it's out of our hands. That's not what we're just here to provide a platform. We don't get involved with people directly and politics. So if that's the case, whatever. I can respect an unbiased kind of like, we're not going to take down Carmelo Anthony's page, and we're not going to take down Shiloh Hendricks' page. We'll let the people and let the court of public opinion kind of determine where their money goes or what they want to do. I can understand, and I can even, to some extent, I can respect that. A totally fair, totally non-biased, unwilling to get involved kind of thing, with a company. I can understand that, and I can respect that to an extent. I'm just saying that, and I can appreciate that because, when you start making exceptions, that's when it turns into a slippery slope. And so on and so forth. So, yeah. But that being said, it's still disgusting. And if you're out there donating to this kind of campaign, you really should get yourself looked at. You should go to a therapist, for racism. NFE donated too and said, NFE donated too and said, so she gets caught using a horrible slur to a child and she gets rewarded for it. What country is this? Says NFE, a white man from, I believe, Wyoming. NFE. So, you know what I mean? And that's not doxing. He's said that 100 times on Discord. He doesn't care, as far as I'm aware. But you see, so there are white people out there with some sense, it would appear. So, we clearly still have a racism problem in this country. Drop a 111 in the live chat if you're racist. You know what? I know that there's a lot of racists out there who are afraid because, racists generally are cowards. I'm going to make a poll in the live chat. I'm going to make a poll. Do you agree or disagree with Shiloh Hendricks? Okay, agree. And when I say agree, I mean, do you agree with her use of that word? Her using that word towards a child? Do you agree that she should be rewarded on Give, Send, Go and given literally plural hundreds of thousands of dollars for that? I'm going to drop this poll in the live chat right now and let's see what people say. And this is anonymous. I'll never know who voted for what. So, but we can see if there's an issue here. Because if you're agreeing, well, look already. And by the way, if you disagree, no one's going to know. But you can vote here. Do you agree or disagree with Shiloh Hendricks? I just now posted it.